The union, representing some 55,000 postal workers, is moving from nationwide strike action to rotating strikes starting today. And that means Canadians should start receiving mail again early next week. CBC's Linda Ward is here in studio with me now. So Linda, yesterday you and I were talking about when the news initially broke. Now we're getting more details. So what are we hearing about the rolling strikes?
Yeah, so we've been watching as they've been rolling out which locals are taking strike action today as they roll them out from east to west, starting at 6 a.m. local time today. 4 locals are on strike. We can show you a map of where these are. We're talking about St. Anthony in Newfoundland and Labrador, Timmins, Ontario, Fort St. John, BC, and Dawson Creek, BC. So all of these remain on strike. All other locals go back to work, which means that you're likely going to get your mail if you're not in one of these 4 locations, starting on Tuesday after the Thanksgiving long weekend. Canada Post, though, says it won't be business as usual. They issued a statement yesterday. I reached out to them today to see if there was any update, but here's what they say. While postal services will begin to resume next week, uncertainty and instability in the Postal Service would continue with the union's decision to conduct rotating strikes. Shutting down and restarting parts of our integrated national network with rotating strikes has always challenged our ability to provide reliable service for customers. As a result, they say all service guarantees will be suspended. So you might get your mail, but you might not get it that quickly. So let's look at these 4 locations again and why these 4 locations. I am going to be speaking with the Canadian Union of Postal Workers negotiator next hour. Joel Lightbound, the government transformation minister, announced on September 25th plans to end door-to-door delivery and close a number of rural post offices protected by a rural moratorium. About 200 workers remain on strike at these 4 locations, but that means most of the workers are going to get paid again, right? But all 4 of these locations are considered rural, northern, remote, places where people rely on the mail. And all 4 are listed under Canada Post's retail outlets protected by the rural moratorium and the collective agreement. This action, the union says, illustrates really how some locations really do rely on the Crown Corporation. The union's lead negotiator spoke to Power and Politics yesterday.
Our fight is not with the public. It's not with big business. It's not with charities. Our fight is with Canada Post and the government at this point. We want fair jobs. We want compensation that matches the economy. Things like that, and the government has made an announcement that now Canada Post is emboldened and says that they need X, Y, and Z because the government told us so.
Well, Canada Post presented new offers to the union last Friday, which the union says they are still going through, but that's taken them some time. It's about 1,000 pages for those 2 documents. Minister Lightbound has given Canada Post 45 days to come up with a plan to implement the government's changes. But yesterday in that interview, they said, we're not going to be able to come to a collective agreement until we know what that plan is. So that's potentially part of the delay. This is obviously something we're going to continue to follow in the days to come.
Okay, appreciate it. Thanks so much, Linda.
You're welcome.